once I was out of the side, I looked back, I was like, fuck, I can't believe I was actually a part of that. And we had a great time over there as well. That was great.
Because we spoke to Usman Khawaja yesterday. And I was just sort of asking about Headingley, obviously a very painful experience for a lot of the guys. I was just sort of asking if he was sort of ready to celebrate that he was a part of the team kind of thing, part of that moment. I mean, obviously you dropped a catch, unfortunately, in the very last stages of day 5 in Headingley. I mean, how often do you think about that? I'm guessing every day.
I've thought about it a bit. I reckon after that, that's as flat as I've ever been. So, right. Obviously Stokes, he was going nuts, and then it got down to the wire. So he
batted well, didn't he?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I've had to think about it. And I concluded it was a pretty good night.
I thought he got lucky, but yeah.
Probably when you switch it in 30 rows back, you're probably all right.
Pitch it up, Gaz.
Yeah. It was just one of those ones where, we'd bowled him out. I think we bowled him out for 50 or 60 in the first inning. So you're sort of like, if we do what we need to do for long enough, we know things should go our way. But once he started smacking him, it was a bit like, oh, fuck this bastard. And the way he'd been playing, especially in the World Cup. You sort of knew what was coming a little bit. So, to have that opportunity go down at third man, and then the crowd tend to let you know what they think over there. And then, obviously, whatever else happened after that as well. So, it was disappointing.
Hey, so and then we obviously saw in the test documentary as well that JL sort of brought everyone through. Was it the next day?
Next morning,
everyone had to watch the match. I mean, like how tense is that room?
Oh, that was hell.
Well,
we didn't know that was happening. We thought we were just going out for breakfast or something. So we just got told to meet down in the lobby. We'll all go for a team walk and a coffee, and then we got frog marched up to the boardroom. But in hindsight, it was probably the best thing to do because we had a good thing about England is you always have a tour game a couple of days after a test match, which is great when most of the time you're still hungover. So to actually, go through it again, and then we went down to Derbyshire and played a game 2 days later.
Yeah. You scored some runs, didn't you?
Yeah, 60 odd or whatever.
Yeah.
So it was got 60 or 70. But it was just a good thing to be able to go down and sort of get back on the horse a little bit. Because one of those things, it churns away at you.
Yeah,
especially a test match like that. So to win in Manchester was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then, you go to Old Trafford and you win, and some famous scenes after that, which might actually play you.
Well, the first time in 18 years. So here's the... Now, we're live. Okay, good stuff.
Yeah, that's you on the Today Show. Yeah. Celebrating the win. Actually kept going, I think.
Yeah. It did.
Well, we got a bloke called Steve Smith.
Yeah.
And we got some pretty good batters.
Right, okay. They have got a bloke called Steve
Smith.
He's
a legend.
Okay.
He's a legend. Up the Today Show.
Up the Today Show.
Today Show Ultras. Yeah.
That seemed like a pretty good circuit. Once you obviously paid homage to Chris Rogers or Steve Smith did with his glasses on.
That's right, yeah.
I'm not sure if this has been spoken about in the public domain, but one of the funny thing that actually happened that night wasn't the Tony Jones. We were the team management organised a rooftop bar sort of set up for us to go and celebrate. It was a Sunday night in Manchester, so the English aren't exactly like Australians with the Sunday session, so it was pretty dead. But anyway, we're up at this rooftop bar and we're having a great time, obviously after the Chomper stuff. And
obviously,
yeah, we'll carry on a bit, and then out of nowhere, Ricky Hatton and his entourage roll into this place we're in.
Boxer,
everyone knows Ricky Hatton.
Yeah.
So we're in there and we're yahooing and carrying on, and Wadey's sort of winding him up a little bit, and he's saying, "Come on," he's like, throw a punch. He's like, and he's like,
Ricky Hatton.
He's like,
throw a punch.
He's like, chip him. He's like, punch Harry. Then I'm looking like over to where you are, and out of nowhere, Ricky Hatton just lands one on my chin. But luckily, I was so blind, I just didn't flinch. I was like, oh my God. So the next day, obviously we're still pretty steaming, and we'll walk out of the hotel, and Tony Jones is out the front doing a cross. So I walk over to see him. I was like, TJ, I'm not so sorry for last night. I was like carrying on, and he's like, mate, that was bloody great. Everyone loved it. I was like, oh, right, yeah. So me and Wadey walked down to the cafe, and we're down in there, and a few of the boys are in there, and we're telling this story about Ricky Hatton punching me. So then, and we thought it was the funniest thing ever. And a few of the journos were like sat behind us having breakfast as well. And they obviously must have heard, we'll carry on. And they must have heard me telling the story. And so I walk back to the hotel and I get this phone call from, I had a message from a manager saying, "You all right, mate?" And I was like, "Oh, that's a bit weird." Then I had a message from someone from the ACA saying, "Everything all good, mate. Can you give me a ring?" I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" I was like, "I'm fine." So I ring him up. I ring the ACA. I'm like, "Oh, what's up, mate?" He goes, "You get in a fight last night?" I was like, "Nah." I was like, "Why?" He goes, "Oh, apparently you got an altercation with Ricky Hatton."
That'd be good PR, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh yeah, I knocked him out."
Yeah. Should see him. Yeah. Give him a call.
So there's this huge story that I had got in this huge blue with Ricky Hatton, but all that happened was that he'd landed one on me chin. We all thought it was the funniest thing ever, but yeah, it's a pretty good story.
How'd you guys go at that? Were you wearing full whites, baggy greens, or were you circuit?
No, we weren't allowed to. I
Okay.
had my baggy green on, but got told, just be careful.
Yeah.
Obviously, on a way tour, you don't know, English are can be a bit loose at times. So
Yeah, sure.
But I was more than happy to have me baggy on, but just take it off.
It's not like a circuit in Perth.
Well, we hadn't won the series, so it's just we had to tone it down a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
almost like a circuit in Perth. Yeah,
explains the oval though, I suppose. And
Yeah, in a lot of ways. Yeah. That's right.
100%.
Yeah.